She realized I do be paying attention. See, I do be paying attention to what you said. He talk about how to uplift the black community, what man's lacking. He was recently featured on the Kayla show. Shout out to her. If you want to subscribe to her channel, it's Kayla.com. Really dope show. She was featured on that with also more my man Jay Prince for president. Man, Chicago, really, it's an honor. It's a pleasure to have you in the building with the Chaos Culture Radio family. Really tell the people about yourself before we get started. Go right ahead.
Man, I'm just a your regular beta simp host stud out here, you know what I'm saying? Trying to save them one hole at a time. That's all. Trying to put a little paint where it ain't, say what most can't. That's it, man. That's it. I'm an average dude, man. I'm an average dude from the south side of Chicago, man. I'm passionate about family. I'm passionate about my community and my people. That's it, man. That's it.
And so that being said, Hakeem, Jordan, the floor is yours. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Oh man, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't even expecting you to come, and I
You
just
celebrity shop, really. You celebrity shop. You scared.
no, because you said I rock with you, man. I want to know, like, growing up the way you grow up, how did you are able to have this unique perspective, just in life in general? Because when I say I've heard you spoke time and time again, a lot of things that you speak and align with, I align with is too. I'm for the people too. Same as you, I do community activism in my own neighborhood and stuff like that, and try to help the kids out. So how did you come to the point to have these unique perspectives?
Yeah, so everything that I saw so I grew up in the hundreds, and everything that I saw in my neighborhood that I didn't like, I just did the opposite. Right. So when I saw, like, I was never the type to fall in line with what everybody else was doing. So when people was buying Jordans, I was buying Adidas. Like, I didn't, especially when, the era I came up in, people was getting Merc for their Adidas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, not for their Adidas, for their Jordan. The cement threes shut it down, right? So when they was going left, I was going right. So I just did the opposite of that, man. And I learned early on, honestly, when you carve out your own lane and you don't do what everybody else doing, you could sleep good at night, and you actually get more eyeballs on you because you don't do the same thing that everybody else doing. You actually stand out more, and you can bring more attention to what it is, whatever message you're trying to spread. You can bring more attention to it. You know what I'm saying? But I just always had to be my own individual, man. I don't like wearing what other people wear. I don't like dressing how other people dress. I don't like talking the same way other people talk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, go
Oh
ahead,
my!
brother.
I'm
Yeah, we
sorry. I
right
thought I
here. Yeah,
glitched. My
I
bad.
could
I
yeah,
thought I
you're
was glitching. It's
blitzing. Go
okay.
ahead.
Yeah, really, man. This is just yeah, man. So honored to have you, man, and it's just so wonderful to hear you, just to see you, man. How was it like? I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Detroit, but I want to say for you from Chicago, how was it like growing up
Oh,
in
I love
Chicago?
Detroit. Wait. No,
I live
don't
in
skip
LA
that.
though. I live
That's
in
cool
LA though.
though. That's cool though. But I love Detroit is like my third favorite city. So like obviously Chicago my home, Atlanta my
Hmm.
second home. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's such a toss up between Detroit and New Orleans. I ain't gonna even lie.
Hmm.
But Detroit is, man, y'all so proud,
Yeah.
man, proud people, man. Hard
Yeah.
working, but it's the same thing in New Orleans. Proud, hard working people, the history, the culture. Yeah, I love Detroit, fam. And that's like a 4 hour drive, so it's nothing for me to get there. I love Detroit.
Yes, sir. Hey man, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. But I want to get your expertise on how was it like, growing up in Chicago.
So Chicago was, people will tell you, like, well, it was rough. That wasn't my experience, man. I mean, you had rough pockets, but that's anywhere. You had to, and see, I navigated as a neutron, so you had the gang banging. You knew that was there. You had the, the brothers and the folks. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I had a good childhood, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like my grandmother is my like one of my biggest influence. Like people that hear me talk about my grandma a lot. My dad wasn't there. My mother was there, but my formative years was with my grandmother and my granddad. My granddad was really really quiet. He was quiet. When he spoke, it was like a bear in a cave roaring. You know what I'm saying? When he spoke, it was something serious and he meant something. You know what I'm saying? But the streets itself, or my upbringing itself, I had a lot of influences, man. My best friend that stayed across the street, they was like the Huxtables. So I took from them. Mr. Reed, I took from him as a dad, watching him raise his family. I see Mr. Reed, man. This my best friend's father. I remember when they got a stick. They had a Hyundai Elantra hatchback. They had a stick. He took that car apart and put it back together just because he wanted to see how it worked. Blew my freaking mind. I used to think there's nothing that dude couldn't do. So again, growing up and traveling the streets itself, you knew certain areas not to go to. You knew certain things not to do and certain people not to be around. And if you chose to participate, then you chose to participate. I think the cool thing for me is I had a group of friends that just wanted to be true to ourselves. So whether it was my man Timo, who used to rap all the time, or me, Toyon, and Darren, who used to go to Palmer Park and hoop all the time, chase girls together. And then by the time I got to high school and learn how to dance, oh man, it was over with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all call it jitting. I think y'all call it jitting in Detroit. In Chicago, it's juking. By the time I learned how to footwork, yeah, it was over with. It's a wrap.
Okay. One of the questions people always want to know: who have the best pizza, Chicago or New York?
Man, you know the answer to that, man. I ain't finna dignify that with an answer. With that,
You see, I'm
greasy
not gonna
pizza.
say nothing.
No, go ahead, Hakeem. Come on, man.
You know, I lived in New York
Greasy
for some.
Greasy pizza, man.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got the deep dish. I'm gonna give
Okay.
y'all that. I
But
get it.
there's a but on the end of that. I know that's coming.
You know what
Talk
I'm
your
saying?
talk, man. If you a New Yorker, talk your talk. I'm used to New Yorker talking.
I give y'all that, but you know what I'm saying?
But
I've been,
Remember, he said, "Bud, you got to answer the bud."
hey, I gotta be careful now.
Hakeem said, relax.
I
You know
gotta
what I'm saying?
be
Y'all got to
careful.
deep this, but relax. I
Yeah,
hear
I
you.
gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying?
He's trying to stay neutral, huh, Hakeem?
I got to. I've been in
Draw your line
Chicago.
in the sand.
I love Chicago. I love Chicago.
I haven't been to Chicago yet.
I've been to Chicago. I love Chicago.
Yeah, I've been to Chicago too.
Chicago in the
been to
summer.
Chicago yet, but
Chicago in the summer is beautiful, man.
Yeah.
It
Absolutely
is.
amazing city.
I was going to ask you a question about O Block because a lot of people want to know: is O Block really that bad the way they really make it seem? Because now,
Yeah.
no, because no, this is the
They
thing.
done told you everything y'all need to know about O Block. What people
No,
fascinated
no,
with
no.
O
I'm
Block?
telling you right now because right now, O Block
Parkway
right now is
Gardens.
converting to Islam. Right now, O Block is converting right now.
I ain't
to,
seen that.
Islam.
I ain't seen
Islam.
that. I could probably jump in the car and ride down there if y'all want me to, but I ain't seen that. And I went by there the other day. It was still police lights flashing out there. Heavy.
Wow.
It's Parkway Gardens. It's like a section of row houses. I don't even remember when that became so bad. And they like, cause like one of my guys, he used to date this girl over there, right? And this is when he stayed on 63rd and Calumet, which is right around the corner from Parkway Gardens. And I said, "Oh, that's what they call it, O Block now?" Like I had no idea that it was that that it had developed that type of name for itself.
Mhm.
But if you really think about it, fam, I think it's just popularized because of the rap music. But people like here in Chicago, it's just another block that like stuff happens over there. So don't go over there. It's volatile over there. Them shorties will shoot you over a piece of bubble gum over there. They not finna throw hands.
Oh, wow.
And here's the other crazy thing. It's there's no real rival gangs anywhere near there. Them are BDs, them are all BDs over there. You can go to mile north, mile south, mile east, mile all of them the same area. So who are your ops?
Yeah.
Right? So they done told you whatever they saying in the rap music, I would take that at face value. It's nothing. One day y'all invite me back. Maybe I'll drive over there. Like quick drive through. You know what I'm saying? I have no business being over there, and you pull cameras out, then it becomes a thing or whatever.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't do it that way. But I will tell you this. I'll give you this quick story. So my nephew was here one time. I took him down there in Pullman, close to where I grew up, and it's all this history and all that stuff. So I'm sitting up there thinking I'm giving a young blood game and this, that, third, whoopty woo. He's like, "Oh, da da da." And then sure enough, we was on our way to somewhere, this African fest, and we drove by 63rd and King Drive. And I was telling my sister, I said, "Yeah, we coming up on Parkway Gardens now." I said, "You know what Parkway Gardens is?" She's like, "Nah, what?" Nephew, O Block. and he's super geek. He saw the little King Von mural, got super geek. I said, "Oh, you excited? You want to go out and go with your friends? I open the door, let you out. Nah, Unc, I'm just saying. Nah, man. Nah, nah, nah. You get out. Remember that skit from Dave Chappelle where he told him get gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Get out the car.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
can go over there with your little friends, man. Yeah. I'm sure these ain't throwing hands, and the worst thing they could have did in Chicago, in my opinion, is lock all the leadership up. Once they started, because it used to be a hierarchy, it used to be order and structure. Women, children, and elders was always off limits. Okay, now anything goes. When you hear about these shorties doing drive-bys and strays are flying, they hitting anything, who's there to reprimand them? You used to have a chief or a governor or a lieutenant to put that in check. You don't have nobody calling over these shorties now. That was the worst thing they could have did was lock up all the leadership.
And I got a question for that. What do they like when like Memorial Day, Independence Day, like the big holidays come out in the summer? What do like the city do? Because every time like we hear something around Independence Day or Memorial Day, we hear shoot up like Chicago gets shut up over the weekend.
Yeah, all that's the news cycle, right? Because if I'm in Atlanta Memorial Day weekend, I'm gonna hear about all the stuff that's going on in Atlanta. If I'm in Miami, I'm gonna hear about all the carjackings and killings that all the
That's
shootings or
right.
whatever that happened in Miami. I was in Scottsdale, Arizona with my wife. She was there for a business trip, and I just happened to tag along, right? I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona, hearing news like I'm in Chicago.
Yeah.
Not live at 6. There's a carjacking over here, and there's a gang with like now. There's not now. There's Bloods out there. It's like, well, who y'all warn at? Like it's anyway. When you hear those things. I'm not saying that they don't happen. Um, that's just ignorant Negroes and warm weather. You know what I'm saying? Space and opportunity. You know that stuff happens. It's space and opportunity. But like I keep telling people, and I've been back at the crib almost eight years now, 2015, 2016, almost 8 years now. I haven't had the experience that I see them talk about on the news. I haven't had that experience. I don't run around here fearing for my life. I'm not, scared of nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you're L7, just be your square L7 self, move accordingly, you'll be okay.
Mm. What you think is a big misconception people get about your city and the
The
black people who
violence.
live there? Yeah.
The violence. What they don't realize is how big Chicago is.
Hmm.
Even I don't realize it till I go to the north side. You go to the north side, it's it. Man, you be on one block and it's one type of neighborhood. You in a completely different. You think you're in a completely different country, G.
Wow.
The income disparity of the wealth gap, all of that stuff, man, it's insane. So when people get to hearing about the gun violence, I won't even say this theory. I know this to be true. Here's the thing: when you get to hearing about the gun violence, always question that stuff. Always, always, always. What are they ultimately trying to do? What price value are they trying to run down? See, the same places where they told me, like, so say like the projects here, the Robert Taylor's, Cabrini Green. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
look up Cabrini Green. Cabrini Green is a prime example. Cabrini Green was a project on the north side, right? But it was walking distance to downtown. Prime real estate. They tore Cabrini Green down and put like multi-million dollar high rises over there,
Wow.
right? So they're gonna tell you it's a terrible space to be in, and then they're gonna sanitize it and move their people in. Push you further outside. This is in any city. Pick a city, pick a big city on the map, and I guarantee you the same thing is happening. They pushing all the black folk further south,
Hmm.
south, 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 south. Put y'all out there in the suburbs because y'all love chasing what white folk do. Put y'all out there in the suburbs off a bus line where you don't have no transportation. They gonna dump you with the rest of the niggas, and they gonna move back into the city. They building the city up. They invested in the city whole time. Again, when you talk about misconceptions, we got the Democratic National Convention coming here next year. Chicago was in the bidding for the Olympics. What Olympics was that? 2020 Olympics, whatever Summer Olympics that was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if it was that bad here, they definitely wouldn't be trying to bring no Olympics here. They definitely wouldn't bring no Democratic National Convention here. The truth of the matter is, there's a ton of money here.
Yeah.
Ton of money here.
Now we going into the aspect of I like the money talk, especially you Chicago when you talk about the money. I love it. I think one of the things that we always lacking in the black community, we don't talk about enough about wealth and how to gain the wealth we need for our future generation. One time me and you Chicago we were talking about stocks. when we was on the late night live stream on Jay Prince for President. Shout out to him. You mentioned the fact is us as people, we don't understand how the stock market work. Can you explain to the people that's listening how does the stock market work and how can we capitalize off the stock market? Because I know you have a couple of shares in IR Radio, and
Yeah.
so do I. But go right ahead.
Yep. So I'm gonna say this. I'm not giving no. I'm not a financial advisor. What I am saying is not law or any type of advice. This is just my strategy and my perspective. The easiest way I can break down to you what the stock market is. So people like to say, "Oh, you gambling with your money." I mean, people that get emotional and say, "No, you're not gambling." I mean, if you invest in it, it's a type of a gamble. The thing is to minimize risk, right? So my personal strategy and what I suggest people do, invest in the stuff you know, right? So toilet paper ain't going nowhere. You buy it all the time. So who makes the toilet paper that you use? Are they publicly traded? Invest in that, right? You go to McDonald's a lot. You shouldn't, but you do. So since you do, you should own stock in that, right? You should participate in the system. Here's the thing with stocks also. By and large, the stock market traditionally does over and above in terms of your return on your investment. You're gonna see way better returns than what you would if you just put it in a regular savings account. I, I forget what the because I don't even look at what the what the percentage is on the savings accounts right now. I don't even look at that because I think it's like less
Oh,
than five.
zero, yeah,
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 zero
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 zero point
five, zero
five or
zero
something like
five.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very less, very less.
right.
Unless you have American Express, they offering like 4%.
Right. So, but if you look at the stock market on average, you see 10% return, and that's long term. So I don't do this whole like day trading or and I'm not knocking people that do that because for some people that works very well. I don't know much about like the options and the puts. I do the long term. I'm learning about options and puts and how to execute those play calls because I know that's where people make a good share of their money too. And I just had a young blood break it down to me that made perfect sense. And I'm like, oh, so that's a key unlock. But the basic mentality, sometimes it's just changing your mental so you can change your habits, right? And so for me, I'm very socially conscious. So I would say I own at least in my portfolio 6 or 7 companies that are black owned but publicly traded. Urban One being one
Nice.
of them. So when we
Nice.
so when we talk, well, you'll be surprised when you start looking at like who's publicly traded in terms of banking. There's a medical company out of California that was started. The father and son. I think the son's running it now, but the father was he's a surgeon and he has this type of equipment that's specific to a particular type of surgery. And their company, they sell and rent this equipment to doctors, and their company is publicly traded. So I got a position in that. Urban One, when we having these conversations around music and media and the black male image, right? I don't sit up there and just whine and complain in a bubble, and no, let me get a position in Urban One, or even to your point, iHeart. Let me get a position in these companies so I can have a voice in these companies. It may be, because the goal really for me is to get a significant position where we can have a voice at the annual meeting. That's how we should be thinking as black people, man. We sitting up here trying to play their game, and they're playing a game of chess. We're coming to the situation with connect 4 pieces, trying to play chess. We're not even playing checkers. We're coming with connect 4 pieces, trying to play chess. It doesn't work. So, for me, my personal strategy is about being socially conscious, but also because I know people like, oh, if you so pro black, why don't you do this, this? Pro black literally means for black people, for black. So doesn't always mean that everything is not gonna have a white counterpart to it. So for instance, one of the other things I shared recently is that I'm getting a position in Target and Procter and Gamble. So Procter and Gamble bought Bevel, company by Tristan Walker. Okay, I have a lot of Bevel products, a lot, and I buy regularly. I have not had a razor bump since I started using that product, right? But as Bevel, he wasn't publicly traded, so Procter and Gamble bought it. They still let Tristan Walker run it, and I can own a piece of Bevel by owning a piece of Procter and Gamble. Also, I'm supporting that platform and that system, right? Even when I think about what's another one? Oh, Target. So Target, There's an executive there that pushes really hard. I think their campaign is Beyond Black. But after that George Floyd situation, oh, matter of fact, let me show you this. This is the book I'm currently reading. So this brother, what is it? Culture Making by Houston White Jr. And you'll see that tag. It says exclusively at Target, right? So the CEO for Target wrote the foreword to this book. This brother owns a barbershop in North Minneapolis, and he has his own barbershop on the side too. So he works for Target and he has his own barbershop. I'm participating in the economy of supporting this brother by getting this book from Target. I'm also supporting the economy of all the black businesses that Target brings in, right? As vendors when I shop at Target and buy stock at Target. So, you know, you got to elevate your thinking, man. You got to elevate your thinking, and you can't keep it linear. It has to be ever expanding and ever growing. So
That's
Yeah, I
true.
love it.
That's true. I got a question to you on this, Rilla, because I'm thinking about doing this immediately because I'm having a daughter on the way in a couple months. She's gonna be born, and as soon as she's been born, I'm opening up our growth IRA so I can put stocks in her and everything. Do you feel like more black parents should be kind of pushed that if they know about stocks, kind of maybe if the child's born or not the child's born, maybe they age they turn 5, when they get kids, a teenager, and then let them know like let the kids know like once they get up in age and everything, hey, this is how you have an IRA and this is how stocks works and everything. But you get to know how you feel. How do you feel? Do you feel like it's important that having parents teach kids learn about stocks at an early age or possibly open up an IRA?
1000%, brother. I would say you don't even have to wait till she's born. But man, first of all, let's salute that and blessings to you on that, man. Congratulations on your seed. Y'all got a name yet?
Yes, we have her 2 names.
Oh,
She has
snap.
2 first names. Yes,
You gave her name or her mama gave her a name?
we both did.
That's what's up.
We
Salute to
both did.
you. Yeah, I my first daughter, my oldest, which is my daughter, I didn't get to name her at all. But my kid, like I was adamant about participating in the naming of my kids, and all their names have meaning to them. I'm not gonna be out here naming my daughter No Bone Quisha or Sasquatch or something like
Fine.
that. I don't finna do
Fine.
all that. Because when you naming your seeds, what people don't understand is you're affirming that child. The Bible even talks about who was that, Jacob, and his name meant trickster. Is that Jacob? His name meant
Yeah,
trickster or
deceiver.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, deceiver.
Deceiver. So
Yeah.
every time they called his name, they was affirming that he's a deceiver. He's a deceiver. He's a deceiver. Right. So I have a son. My oldest son. His name is Upright, gift from the Lord, and he is exactly that. That boy is engaged. He is finishing up his studies, his theological studies at Emory. And for years, we called him Upright, 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 solid man in his community, solid man in his community. But salute to you, brother. I wasn't trying to turn the light on me. Salute to you, blessings to you. Other thing I was gonna say is, yeah, you don't even gotta wait, man. I don't care if you got a couple of 2 nickels to rub together. Put that in something designated specifically for her. And let me share this with you. Do y'all know that when Paris Hilton was born, just by virtue of her being born into the Hilton family, she walked into $25 million?
Yep.
She didn't do
That's a
nothing.
fact. Fact. That
She
is a
didn't do
fact.
nothing. She
Nothing.
didn't do nothing. She didn't do one single solitary thing. She was just born. By virtue of her being born into the Hilton family, she walked into $25 million. So we should, like, again, we're the only group of people that think every generation is supposed to get it out the mud. You gotta start from the bottom. Why? Why do I erase all the progress of the previous generation just to say I could pound my chest and say I did it on my own? I don't want to do it on my own. I don't want my kids to do it on their own. Any real parent would tell you that you want your kid to be 10 times better than you, right? And you don't want them to have to get it out the mud. You want to give them as much of a leg up as possible. So yes, I believe that Roth IRA is good. Most people think education, which I'm glad you did not say anything about education. And the reason why I say that is because I work very closely with my high school, my alma mater, and we're having to rethink education. Education does not hold the same weight that it once did, my opinion. If you are not going into a STEM field, science, technology, engineering, math, you're not doing anything with that. Your liberal art degrees, your degree in African studies may be beneficial to you. Like I enjoy African studies, right? But I could also do that without getting a degree for it that I can't apply anywhere else in the world, right? Your business administration degree, again, because I hire people in real life. People are looking at your work experience. So I love that you say a Roth IRA because you're thinking retirement, right? What you'll have later in life and sacrificing on the front end. So again, it's not even about the dollar amount. You're talking habit forming, changing mentally. Because I'm talking about sacrificing now, baby girl. This is created for you. So we're sacrificing now for you to have on the back end, and that's a different mentality. And every group that we deem as successful or having credibility or significance in the world does these things. We're the only ones that's just like, you know what? Who gonna check me, boo? I'm gonna do it my way.
Go ahead, Akeem.
So why do you think that a lot of us are not maybe pro cooperative economics, but we're so big on activism?
Wait, say that last part again, because I heard they're not big on cooperative economics, so group economics, but we're big on what?
But we big on that activism, but not
So
cooperative.
lack of trust. But I would say the people that are not big on group economics are also not big on activism. Most of the people that I know that are big on group economics are very, because the concept of group economics that's a form of activism. You know what I'm saying, in and of itself. And the first responsibility, so like we talk about leadership, and I think people think about it at scale. When I talk about leadership and being an activist, my first obligation is I'm an activist at home, like in my house. I'm active in my house, right? That's the first thing, right? And then the second part, when you pull the layers back, or when you try and scale that, right? Then I go into my community and into my neighborhood. And then, I think we have this misguided notion that, if you ain't doing it big, like, nah. I look at coaches completely different, man. I salute them brothers, them football coaches, them baseball coaches that still exist, them basketball coaches, the ones that take in them wayward boys and turn those boys into men, the ones who stand in the gap for the fathers who aren't there. You know what I'm saying? I salute them brothers, man. Right? And so to tie that all in, I honestly believe if you're practicing group economics, you're practicing a form of activism. But the reason why people don't practice group economics is because they lack trust. They lack trust. We don't trust each other. And a lot of times I still find where people are jealous of each other. You know, if you, people be on some old, I got mine, you get yours, and don't even realize it's enough for all of us to eat. I am very intentional about making my black dollar circulate, man. Where I'm at right now, I told y'all I was eating my tomato bisque soup, but I'm at a black cafe right now. Right, I'm very,
Oh,
I
nice.
could tell by the music playing in
Yeah,
the background.
that music in
yeah,
the
I'm
background.
very
I thought you was
intentional.
at your crib for some reason. I don't know. I thought you was
Nah,
at your crib for some reason. I was like, man,
nah,
he jamming.
Yeah. No, it looks nice in there.
Yeah.
I was gonna
yeah.
ask
This
you.
is mother daughter on Ain't She Sweet, man.
I was gonna ask you because you mentioned the fact of the black dollar, the black dollar. Can you
Yeah,
explain to the folks what is the black dollar? So you like the breakdown of it because people
yeah,
think black dollar is just because I'm a black man, I got a dollar. That's what it means. But can you break that down?
yeah. So to me, that black dollar is, for me as a black man, I'm a steward of my money, right? Um, I'm accountable for where this dollar goes. So that black dollar is, we're talking about that. Gosh, I forgot. I know it's in the trillions, but I forgot the exact dollar amount. So don't quote me on this part. But we are our spending power. And when you talk about spending power, you're talking about disposable income. After I done paid all my bills and all this, that, and the third, after I done paid the car note, how much money do black people put into the economy just as disposable income? Trillions. Trillions. Now, this is one thing I always say, Governor Ron. Um, White people didn't make Tyler Perry rich. We did. White people did
Free.
not make Tyler Perry a billionaire. So if we
Right.
created one billionaire, how come we can't create two, three? See, black people you can't fully claim Oprah like you want to. I know y'all want to, but y'all didn't make Oprah a billionaire. You understand what I'm saying? Now Jordan maybe. You know what I'm saying? All
That
them
time
Jordans
though.
y'all about. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That black dollar, you're talking about a black economy. You're talking about black businesses. You're talking about being able to spend in businesses that hire people who look like you, right? That understand you, cater to your needs. If you find yourself complaining about going to place your food order and there's a partition up, with people who are rude to you, mean to you, man. I don't want people handling my food and they, all types of rude and mean. Don't y'all do y'all understand that when people are handling your food and they don't particularly care for you, that energy that they, why you love grandma cooking? Because she put love in that thing, man. When I go to somebody, I don't care who it is, but usually like if I go get a latte or I go get a tea or something like that, and the person that's making my drink, I'm always like, hey, did you put some love in there? I'm not drinking it if you ain't put love in there. Right? Me personally, I'm saying that may be a little too deep what people might think, whatever, but hey, that energy does transfer. So you go to a restaurant and the partition is up and they are already acting like they doing you a favor, right? If you're tired of that, go to where people look like you. Go shop where people look like you, right? And that's a different conversation. If somebody that looks like me treats me bad, I could have a completely different conversation, right? And get that situation remedied about how I was treated. However, I digress, right? That black dollar is black people, black hands transferring that money. And here's the thing, that black dollar, as we know right now, does not even last within our community an hour. Did you know that? It dropped even more, Ron. Family, did y'all hear me? That black dollar does not stay in our community an hour. That means that black dollar that should be going to businesses that hire people that look like you, that goes on to support families that look like you, to build schools where your kids would go to, or repair roads and stuff like that in your community, where we sending that money everywhere else, and then they go take care of their community and come back and rob and pillage your community all over again. It's no secret that when people, certain groups of people, right, when they go and they start their businesses, foreigners, it's no secret that certain foreigners come from overseas and they set up shop right in the black community. So it ain't finna be no issues. Number one, getting the permission, right? Imagine me going into a community that doesn't look like me and being able to set up shop easily. And then being able to treat them any kind of way. It's not gonna happen. I'm not going to Chinatown to set up a business. I'm not going to Ukraine Village. I'm not going to Little Italy to set up no type of shop.
Never let it happen.
Never.
Yeah, but Chicago, here's the thing. It was Hakeem who's the one that gave me the idea to go and invest in these black businesses, because he does it every day. He be like, every day. He's the one that taught me that. He go every day. He be like, Ron, I'm going to this coffee shop, because we live in Miami. Me and Hakeem, Jordan used to live in Miami as well, but Jordan used to do the same thing. Every day he'd be like, oh, I'm going to a new spot. And I started thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Let me try Hakeem approach. And when you start saying that, you start saying, like, you feel like you're giving love back into the community when you use your dollar and giving it to them. It's a good feeling at the end of the day. But go ahead, Hakeem.
I wanted to ask you, Chicago, man, I respect you so much, man, because I've always seen you stand on business and never wavered from who you are as a person. So how do you handle, because I've always wanted to ask you this. I've always noticed people been fundamentally against your whole way of thinking, because you're very, very pro-black. And I wonder, how did you handle those in those type of spaces when people, challenging you on certain ideas?
Yeah, can I cuss?
Go right ahead.
Go ahead.
This is your platform.
No, Hakeem, you hear me? Fuck him. Yeah,
easy.
fuck him.
Easy.
No, real talk. Like, listen, because at the end of the day, I understand that everything that I'm saying, like, I'm not saying what I do or what I believe is for everybody, that everybody should go this way, right? Everybody not gonna go, fam. Yeah. Me and you as ALites, like, even with Ron said, hey, man, Hakeem turned me on the woo, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
Like, ALites gonna connect. So I could build with you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could rap a taste with you. And I believe I'm pretty easy breezy, man. I could chew the fat with anybody, man. I learned something for everybody. But for those people that feel like, our people are just sugar honey iced tea, and they, they just clown and down our people so bad, and that we're irredeemable, and you just want to be so close to whiteness, man, go ahead about your long head. I ain't gonna hold you, fam. I appreciate you coming out in the forefront, so I know who you know what I'm saying? I like to see the snakes, when they reveal themselves up close in person. You understand? So I know who I'm dealing with, and I know every skinfolk ain't your kinfolk. Right?
Ooh, Jesus.
So for those people that ain't on the type of time that I'm, brother, my socks is black. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not even lying to you. Champs boxers in Atlanta. They based out of Atlanta. My boxers are black.
I got those too. I got like 10 pairs.
My laundry detergent. So true laundry detergent, black owned. That's the father. Champs is the son.
Yep.
Champs is the son. My cousin owns the only black owned haberdashery for men on the Gold Coast. Big money over there. right? Only black tailor shop, all that. I shop with him exclusively. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta be intentional about making this dollar circulate. And I'll tell you where I got a lot of this philosophy from. It existed in Chicago, but I just wasn't around people like that. And when I left though, when I moved to Atlanta, it's almost impossible for you not to shop black.
That's a fact.
You have to go out of your way to spend white in Atlanta.
That's a
And
fact.
and here's the other thing though. It's cats to this day that's in Atlanta that I know. I mean, they still get money together. They still, oh, you a DJ, I'm a this. Oh, you do that, I do this. Let's click together, you know what I'm saying, and build together. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the piece that we got to be able to get to, man. Right? I don't agree with you on everything, but the things that I do agree with you on, can we build around that? Can we coalesce and build around that?
And here's another thing I wanted to ask you too, because you can best answer this question. Why do you think that, without trying to why do you think that brotherhood can't survive long with us as black men? You know what I mean? And I'm asking this for a reason, you know what I mean? Because I couldn't have been here without these two guys in the back, and I applaud these guys every day, especially Ron. And especially Jordan. I didn't even know Jordan like that. And these brothers came in and joined me, and I celebrate them and I applaud them. And I wish and I pray to God that I can get money with them forever. I wonder why, and I'm asking you this, why when something is good going on between black men, it does not last long? And I ask you that for a reason, because you know what I'm saying? You can answer that for me, because
Yeah, jealousy. A lot of times, if you trace it back, I don't care who it is. If you go into a religious figure, yeah, not religious figure, but if you go into that threshold and look, peel the layers back on that, it's something to do with jealousy, right? The true brotherhood is me putting other people, the true heart of a servant is to elevate the other person's needs above your own, not to your detriment, but to understand that the greater good and the betterment of the community is greater than you. Because it's not about you. That's the thing. For me, it's not about me.
Yeah.
I prefer, I don't even want the spotlight, man. I prefer to shine that on somebody else, man.
I see that.
On my personal pages, I promote everybody else, everything except for mine. You understand what I'm saying? And so the reason why it doesn't last, it seems like that, because I do know some brothers. I just said I know brothers that have been getting money together for a very long time. The businesses that are successful and the brotherhoods that are successful, they understand their role and they understand their why. If you don't understand your why, or if you one of these paper chasing, I got to get money by any means, including step on you, then that's not gonna last, because as soon we've seen that plenty of times, and we've seen it in this space. As soon as my need for you is no longer necessary for me to get what I want or need, then I could just cast you to the wayside, right? I just use you as a stepping stone to get to what I need to get to next. And we usually see those stories never end well or very well either, right? So my call to brothers, I was just over there with him, and any dude that considered himself good and wasn't supporting that brother and standing up for that brother, I don't want nothing to do with him. I don't want nothing to do with them. Good brothers have got to be able to stand up, call out BS, and stand on business for each other. And that's socially, spiritually, economically, all that. We got to be able to support each other, man. But the reason why we don't a lot of times is because it's jealousy. Oh, you got more views than me. You got more clicks than me. You got more likes than me. You got more money than me. Okay. Do you think when you look at the Ron, when you look at the relationship between Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, you would never guess Charlie Munger was the brainchild behind Warren Buffett's engine. You would never guess that. But guess what? Charlie Munger knew how to play his position.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He rolled in his position.
He never talked. He let Buffett do this. Come to find out,
he was pushing the whole time.
Yeah, I was gonna say just like I said, everybody want to be LeBron James, but everybody can't be LeBron James. Just want to say that.
But nobody knew that he was the brain of it. Rest in peace on Charlie Munger. You know, he passed. That was Warren Buffett right now is kind of grieving. He's still quiet. You know, that's his best friend. So when he's gone, that really hurt him. Years? Yeah, for a very long time. And that's what I'm saying. We could work together. Man, Chicago, you know, I'm gonna mention this to you anyway. You know, people, especially around this space, this space always disrespect the OGs.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
What is your thoughts when they disrespect the OGs? Go right ahead, sir.
And I'm telling you this because you know what I mean, I was in this space, but I've always been quiet in the shadows. I'm watching this going on and I'm saying, like, damn. In the beginning, I say, man, I want to build something like these brothers is doing. You know what I mean? Because it's a good representation when you see black men working together. Because in the hood, you don't see that half the time. You know what I'm trying to say? So when I see that and I see brothers who's speaking what we're speaking to and who's for the liberation of our people and who's big advocated for black women. But then when I see things start to fracture, I say, okay, shit, is this going to happen to me? Or if everybody going to, you see what I'm saying? And that's how I think, because I think like, I'm from the ghetto, but I went to school with white folks. I went to school to college. While I was in school, I noticed that all the white boys were starting businesses together, but the brothers just wanted to hang out. And I was like, I say, I'm trying to get money with y'all and like, let's go do what they doing, but it's so difficult. So even in this space, and I noticed like, I just seen dynasties fall. And I'm like, no, I don't want that to happen. So I like that you elaborated on that because I always thought that you was like a great piece to a puzzle because the information you gave, I say, I know like the pro-black was bleeding through your skin. I said this no, for real. And to be honest with you, if you didn't know no better, I would have thought you was with the nation with some of the stuff you was talking. Because
No, he
I'm
was with
Muslim.
Umar. He was with Umar. Don't lie
You
to him. He
see?
was with Dr. Umar. See, he laughing. He
So,
was with Dr.
so
Umar in the
Shea
back.
Butter. Peace to the Shea Butter goddess, man. Peace to the
Yeah.
Shea Butter goddess.
Because you know, I'm Muslim. You see what I'm trying to say?
Oh,
I'm Muslim.
salute, salute.
So,
Yeah.
so you know, I'm a
So
big
again,
fan of
ALI's gonna connect, man. I mean,
and
it don't
like, you know
matter
what
the faith. Yeah, but the faith doesn't. I mean, it does and it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I just took somebody down there. I took my uncles when he was here down there. My cousin, who's from San Diego. We was going to the Bulls game, but I took him down there by Mos Mariam, and we was having. You know, truth doesn't need an advocate, right? So whether you Muslim, whatever you are, I don't really
Yeah.
care. Man. I don't learn something from the minister. I don't learn something from
I
Sunni
love the
Muslims.
minister. Yeah.
I learned something from 5%ers. You know what I'm saying? I'm a b-boy. I'm a child of hip hop. So you know, 5% Nation is the unofficial official religion of hip hop. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts.
So yeah, ALI's gonna always connect. But I did want to speak to Ron's question about these
The
young
OGs.
bloods.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
young blood,
I
the
don't take
OGs.
it personal, man. I think sometimes I'm seeing this lately. I think these young bloods, man, they want the approval of the OGs, and the OGs just not really. They're not giving it up that quick. You know what I'm saying? You still got to go through some stuff first, right? And these shorties get frustrated because the way that the OGs deliver the message is not always going to be pretty wrapped up in the bow. And the young bloods are saying, "Man, I'm a man like you a man." So I agree. Nobody should be outright disrespecting anybody. But yeah, young blood, you still got a lot more work to put in. So most of the time, it's similar to how I deal with these shorties here, right? When I see them getting disrespectful like that, that means, man, you probably didn't get that hug from your daddy, and you projecting on me. So you need that hug. I'll be the OG to give you a hug, fam. But listen, ultimately, fam, I'm just trying to give you game. If you can use it, cool. If you can't, cool. Like that's the other thing we get twisted, man. We think everybody gotta do it exactly how we say it. Man, if you a big homie, you're OG, you're an old head in this game, and you trying to impose your will on these shorties, you out of pocket and you out of bounds, man. You should not be doing it like that. And we can't talk to these shorties how we were talked to. We got a lot of tough love. You know what I'm saying? We got our chest caved in. You can't even put your hands on these shorties right now.
Nah,
So
yeah.
you're gonna be able to talk slick out your mouth to them, and they not. I said, man, I was listening to these shorties today. I was like, man, I hear a lot of femininity in y'all, man.
Yep.
I hear a lot of your mama in you, fam. Like you can't take when a man is telling you something and it's the right thing, you know, or I mean, you're not perfect, so you were doing these things. Are you the right message? I did my first live today, right? And it was called Special Delivery, but it was centered around the messenger and the fact that the message matters. And the reason why I decided to start going live and doing my own thing on YouTube now, like now is the time, is because I believe I have the right message and I am the right messenger. I am the thing that I'm telling you. So if it's for you, cool. Because I don't care if it's 3 or 3,000 on my page. I don't care if it's 300 or whatever, 30. Doesn't matter to me. Right? If you rock with it, cool. And if you don't, cool. But for you shorties, for the old heads, let me say this for the old heads. I don't want to tell the shorties what to do. They're gonna do what they do. and I'm gonna respond accordingly. But for the old heads, we need to do a lot more listening than we do talking. We need to listen a lot more and just let these shorties talk sometimes, because sometimes they just want to get it out. But we be trying to problem solve all day. We ain't, sometimes they don't want you to problem solve. They just want you to hear them out. But then again, Ronnie Ron, that's the part where I'm like, man, you sound like your mother. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. I'm in problem solving mode. Don't come to me with something if you don't want me to solve it. I just wanted you to hear my crime. No. You want some milk and cookies. Him downstairs.
Shout out to the great Bertie Mac, baby. Shout out to Bertie Mac.
Give me two shots.
You got me in tears. You got me in tears right now, man. I'm trying not to laugh too hard. Look, he went off cam. I can't hear that.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
He laughing so hard he went off cam. Oh man. Hold on, I think I made the coffee shop. But yeah, that's Chicago Rilla. I want to say highlight so people, subscribe to Chicago Rilla channel. I mess with Chicago Rilla, so I'm already over there. But that man, he doing his thing. He doing his thing, big dog.
No, I love it, man. We got to go run his numbers up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You got to run it.
You already know you're about to do your thing with the topic. But it just, we just like to build in. And guys, that's why I was telling you. That's why we love Chaos Culture Radio so much, because this is the type of thing we do. We interview real people, real life, and real time. Some of these people are celebrities when it comes to YouTube. Some people are celebrities outside of YouTube. But at the end of the day, they're still regular people.
No, definitely.
And he was spitting a lot of game, and I hope everybody could partake the game he was spitting.
No, Chicago is a gem that we need. You know what I'm saying? And I love that, because I rock with 100% with everything he's ever said. You know what I mean? I wanted to ask Chicago sidebar question. Like, I wanted to know, like, what have you seen the effects of immigrants in Chicago? I want to know how's that affected Chicago.
Yeah, I want to talk to
that was my next question. That was actually my next.
Because I want to get to the topic of that as well.
Yeah.
Y'all finna get me in trouble, man. These folks finna clone. I'm sitting up here chopping with y'all, and then forgot to place my wife order, man. Y'all trying to get brother held up, man. No.
Wait, so Chicago, you a simp?
Yeah, 1,000% for my little boo thing. Oh yeah, 1,000. Hey, listen. I'm glad you brought that up. Let me say something, man. All people in this space and adjacent, man. Y'all don't know what simping is or what a simp is. Y'all really should relax. Not none of the brothers on the channel. I'm just talking about people that will hear this, that are in the space and they're familiar. People throw simp on anything. If you say nice things to a woman, you a simp. If you get her a gift, you a simp. If you like a woman, you a simp. Y'all gotta relax. You don't know what a simp is. You're the same people that say it ain't tricking if you got it. If you call a man a simp for being nice, but then say it ain't tricking if you got it, I don't trust anything you saying. Relax.
I agree with Chicago Red. I think the simp has been definitely overused, especially here on YouTube. Anything you do, you cook or something, oh, you a simp. You take it to the movies, you a simp.
Simp, yep.
You put some gas in the car, you a simp. Crazy.
And these are basic things. Like when you say that gas in the car, my girl taught. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be honest with you. My wife taught me that one. Right? She's like, that's what her dad did for her mom. So it's just expect. And I'm like, you know what? That's a good point, because I don't want you out there at a gas station. You know what I'm saying? And we don't get gas in the city, but I'm just saying I wouldn't want her out there. I want to make sure she got enough to go where she going and get back to the crib. So if you put gas in a car, you a simp. Like, you niggas gotta chill, man. Relax.
I think
starting to make me think y'all sus. I'm starting to think homies over hoes, man. I'm starting to think homies over hoes right now.
But
Go ahead.
They take the whole machismo thing to a whole nother level where you can't cater to your woman. And I think, as far as being a protector, that's one of the things it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? I think dudes, it's crazy, man. Because what you find is, most of us are average, fam. I just don't run around here trying to parade to be someone. I ain't no god doggone. I don't even know what an alpha is. You know who that dude is when you see him. When you in the space with that dude, you know who that dude is. You understand what I'm saying? Talking about some alpha. Half the dudes running around talking about they alphas, they nowhere near alpha. You understand what I'm saying?
True.
And Hakeem, here's the other thing. Half these dudes ain't taste their own blood in their mouth. That's why they so reckless at they lips.
Talk to me. Talk
You
to
understand
me.
what I'm saying?
Talk black to me.
If you had the taste slapped out your mouth one time, if you got into a fair one and had to use your dick beaters, then you'd understand a few things.
Or knuckled up in jail. You right.
Man, I'm saying, man, I'm talking about a regular schoolyard fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They ain't had none of that. You know,
No.
but again, sassy at the lips, just like your mama.
But and that's the thing is too, and this is the thing that which we try to separate ourselves too, because I know a lot of men I've seen really chat out the mouth like women, and I say real black men don't do that. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. I say, I'm as old as you, so I grew up in a time where I see real black men take care of the neighborhood or take care of women, even though the women don't belong to us. We still make sure they were straight.
Hey, I'm gonna add this too, Hakeem. Can I add this too? Take care of somebody else's kids as well.
You see it?
Oh wait, hold on. We gotta pause right there. So if you a stepdad, you a simp.
You a simp.
You was raised by a stepdad. Cut that out, man. Like these. Listen, man. I always talk about the Theo Huxtable thug, right? You really a nice, well-mannered young man. You really should relax, man. Like chill out. Some of you do just chill out, man. For real, some of y'all was Steve Urkel and became Stefan, man. Just don't forget about Steve though, man. He's still there. Hug Stephen Urkel need hugs too, man.
And think about this, Rilla. They had a Myra who was chasing her around, but they just say, "No, I don't want to mess with that." They had a Myra.
Hey, God bless that young lady's soul, man. She was bad in the bug.
She was bad in the
Jesus Christ.
Bad in the
little girl.
But the mind.
These dudes need to chill, man. They need to chill. They doing too much, man. You not that dude in your city. You not that dude in your hood. You not the dude in your house. You average. Your wife run you, or your girlfriend, or whatever. Or some of y'all in lesbian relationships and don't know it. Like, relax, man.
Talk about it.
I'm so serious, man. They need to relax.
Really, before we get, because we really wanted to ask you this, and I was curious. What effects you seen that the migrant situation in Chicago, and how it's affecting the black community? We really wanted that.
It's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. But this is a result of us not being involved in politics and us not having power. You so busy, steady waiting for somebody to do something for you, and then you get poor Brandon Johnson, because he really kind of got thrown into this. But I'm gonna tell you something. DeSantis and Abbott, I ain't mad at them. They testing for gangsters all day. You say you about that action? Hey, I ain't mad at it. Because I told my wife, I said what they really trying to do is get cats to bow down, and they just won't do it. Chicago should have been said, no, this is a bit much. We misspoke. We take it back. And they not gonna do that. Too much ego, man. But I'm gonna tell you, it's bad. And this I should turn this camera around so y'all can see how bad it snowed up here. Like, it's about to be in negative next week. It was bad this morning.
Y'all wind chills ain't nothing to play with.
Well, you know that.
Listen, you will die out there with the wind chills.
Hey, listen, quiet is kept, man. Like, people talk about Chicago, but Detroit and Minnesota is the worst, man. Detroit is right there. Detroit is right there by what's that, Windsor, Ontario?
Yeah.
Right Detroit there. River. Right there. Right. Hey, fam, real quick story. I was sitting down there on the Detroit River one time, and so y'all know y'all got all those casinos there now. Yeah. And so I was sitting down there. I was like, hey, y'all told me about the MGM and Greektown. I said, why y'all ain't telling me about Caesar's Palace? It's like, what you talking about? I said, Caesar's right there across the river.
Right.
I said, no, that's Ontario. Like, that's not Windsor. Detroit. Yeah, that's Windsor, Ontario, man. That ain't Detroit. Like, yeah, it's way way worse up there in terms of it being cold and the
Yeah.
weather and the snow. And Detroit drive like they got a permanent autobahn. Y'all know what the autobahn is in Germany, right? No
Yeah.
speed
No.
limit, no regulation. The
Yeah.
autobahn in Germany, Autobahn, spelling bee champ, spelling bee champ. Um, it's a segment of the highway in Germany. There's no speed regulation, so they drive as fast as they want. That's how Detroit drive, as fast as they want. It's the motor city for real.
Wow. I never been to Detroit. I want to go to Detroit. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Speaking of migrants, Hakeem, I got a video because I want to show how bad it is, how it's getting bad with the migrants, like in Chicago, New York, and everything. So it's so bad that the politicians are begging people to put the migrants in your homes. Hakeem, please play that video real quick.
Oh, they
Play
out
that
of
video
pocket.
real quick.
Yeah, they out of pocket. Yeah, I saw the trending. I didn't look at. I didn't read about it. Go ahead.
All right.
Once again, shout out to everybody that's here in the building. Shout out to Kendall, Joe Doherty that's holding it down on the Twitch world, Sexy Red TV, Sherry Bryant, Barry Bryant. Shout out to you guys being here, Ashton, and also me. Go ahead.
Suite in your home, please consider hosting a family. Safe housing and shelter is our most pressing need. Become a sponsor family. You can contact the Brazilian Worker Center for more information on how you can step up if you're willing to have an additional family be part of your family. If you're a local official, a college president, a business owner, or a faith leader with an available building or space in your community, please work with us to offer it as a shelter site. If you're a social service provider, please consider becoming an emergency assistance homeless shelter provider. Our resources are stretched thin there as well. And if you're a hotel or a motel owner, consider opening it up for emergency assistance. If you're a landlord or a property owner, we can use you too and connect you with service providers to help transition families into permanent housing. Everyone has something they can offer.
Sure, I don't got nothing to offer. They ain't coming in my house. Forget that.
So you have a constituent or a constituency that pays taxes, that you still owe them something. You haven't made good on what you owe the citizens of your city. And you're asking those citizens who already don't have. See, let me say it this way. For the liberal population here in Chicago, that exists mainly on the north side, man, send them jokers over there. But you know what? You don't hear a single solitary thing about them sending them on the north side. I think the north side is the same in most cities, right? It's affluent, mostly white. Send them over there. They don't send them over there. They try to put them over there on 115th and Halsted, which is near my hood, right? But folk wasn't going. But now, to me, it's not the time. Like, you really kind of at the mercy of these folk, man. I'm saying as a black people, the time to organize, the time to lift your voice, the time to show unison and solidarity, man, that was a couple years ago, to be honest. Now these folks showing you they continue to invade your space. They don't care about you, right? And they toss your concerns by the wayside. That's why I'm big on us. Again, we gotta have group economics. Because here's the other thing, I guarantee you, these jokers will not go to Chinatown and try and put the migrants there.
Nope.
You understand what I'm saying, fam? J Money, they not taking them. They not taking them to Chinatown. They not taking them. What y'all got in Detroit, Mexico Town? They ain't even taking them there.
Nope.
They not even taking them there. And them their peoples.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They won't do that, but they'll put them in our hoods. Why?
Yeah.
Because you Negroes ain't utilizing it right anyway. And guess what? This is the population, because we so busy fighting amongst each other. This is the population that's going to replace us as the minority.
100%. Talk about it. They're going to change
That's
the
a fact.
landscape of whatever black community that's in. They're going to be the ones providing the store. They're going to be the one providing the jobs. It happens all the time.
Yeah. And so instead of us coalescing around the things that we can agree on and banding together and working together, we still want to have these little henny penny arguments and discussions about nothingness. Meanwhile, our boys are still reading at a 3rd and 4th grade level.
Oh.
You in high school. That what's the name was the biggest sham. I did not know about that No Child Left Behind. I didn't know how bad it was until I got back home. My kids didn't have to deal with that because they go to school. Well, they went to school with like, white, black, Hispanic, Asian. So they got, for the kids that's in the city, that's dealing with No Child Left Behind, where the parent can tell the teacher, no, I don't want my child to, like, the teacher will recommend IEPs, or they'll recommend that, your child didn't successfully matriculate to the next grade. And the parents will say, no, I want my child to go ahead. And they have, you understand what I'm saying? When we failed and got left behind, not me, but I'm smart. When you got left back a grade, you legitimately got left back a grade. Did y'all know that they don't do that no more? They push them through regardless.
My friend
I heard about that. Yeah,
that. He told me about that. Like
that No Child, brothers, please look into that. Please look into that, because the ones that's hurting the most is our boys. This is no gender war type stuff, but this is the honest truth. Man, I dare somebody challenge me on this. They give so much investment to our young girls and little to no investment for our young boys. That's the truth. And so that's why even on my channel I said, most of my content is going to be like me speaking to my son, right? Because our little boys, there's certain things that they need to hear, certain things they need to know. I'm grateful that I grew up with it. My stepdad, I read everything. I regret some of it, but because he had like not Steven Spielberg, who used to write the horror stories.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever used to write the horror stories, like that's who I used to read. But I'm glad I read, because at 4th grade I was reading at an 8th grade level. By the time I got into high school, I was at a collegiate level, reading wise. You understand what I'm saying? And so with this migrant situation, there's a design in play, and it's not always out front, and it's not fully what I'm saying, right? But most of it that's in play is designed to replace us. And
Stephen King.
Stephen King, yes. Yeah,
he was the one that said it.
Man, it's a couple of books he wrote I should not have read at that age.
So let me ask you this. So would you have voted for the lesser of two evils?
So when I was younger, yes, I adopted that ideology. And this time, this last election cycle, I'm looking more at policies that affect me and my community, right? And then ultimately, I believe that Black people should be grooming their own candidates. We should be grooming our own candidates and putting them in positions to represent us. Another thing, all politics is local. So they'll distract you with the president's race, and you should be voting on the national level too. But if you don't know who your local school council, your mayor, your alderman, your councilman, if you don't know that your sheriffs get elected, your judges get elected, those are the people you need to be. That's who you need to know, because those are the people that's running things in your community. Your commissioner for the water department, all these things. These are people that you need to know and be well versed on, because that's who impacts your day-to-day life. They distract you with the pageantry of the presidential election. I'm pretty sure DeSantis going crazy for y'all down there.
Oh my God, he's not playing. He's not playing.
But see, they'll distract y'all with all of that, and meanwhile, you'll have people voting in or not voting and participating in the process locally, and then you get all these goofballs in office, right? That run cities into the ground and stuff like that there. So this migrant situation is bad.
I want to ask you, Chicago, how do you think about the people that say they don't like they don't like to vote, especially when you hear in our community, when you hear Black men say, I don't vote, the system is rigged, I don't need to vote.
Then you can't complain. You don't have a word, and I don't really want to. I don't have 2 words to talk to you. Is even if you think from a business owner's perspective, right? If you're an entrepreneur mindset, any of that, fam, all that voting matters. And even if you don't vote at a national level, I think people can make the case for that. But at least at a local level, that vote definitely counts at a local level. At a minimum, I don't listen. Yeah, you should know. You should know who's on your school boards, your local school councils, all of that stuff. But hold on, I'm finna switch devices real quick again, fam. My bad.
No, appreciate it. Liberated, so he asked the question, say, can the music get the music in the background get pretty much a copyright strike? No, not when you're in pretty much a cafe. Normally you just write YouTube, because they ask you go into YouTube, they pretty much review your content. All you gotta do in the comments is tell them like, hey, it was background music from a restaurant, and it gets cleared out. That's it. It goes away, because it's pretty much your surroundings. Now, right now, if I'm in my room and I'm blasting music, that's something totally different. But he's living in a world that's establishment cafe, Black owned, so it's fine. Let me see. Hey, yeah, but shout out to you guys for being here, man. We really do greatly appreciate it. Sherry Bryan, Bobby Bryan. Oh, we love you guys for being here. Of course, Liberated Soul. Hink in the basement was also present. I asked him right now who came by, even though he was having a show, he came by and showed us some love. Appreciate him for coming by. Yeah, man, it's man, I love it. I love interviews like these. I love it. Anything that can teach the people. Man, I love it. And I heard that, but shout out to the Chicago Gorilla too for stopping by, man. He's gonna be back shortly, but that's really cool. And Jordan, I know you got a topic for us as well. So anytime you want to time in on a topic, you can go right ahead.
We did one of them, and then we're gonna get to the one Chicago Gorilla on there because I definitely want to talk about that Michael situation because, like I said, it's affecting everywhere, you know, and I think it's just really important. People need to know what's going on with the Michael situation.
Okay. I don't know. Why am I saying the woman like liars? That's the main topic, Hakeem?
No. That was one of the topics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the ending. That's when we'll be going. Yeah. We'll really get gritty on that one.
The last 30 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna probably when he gets back, I'm gonna ask him a question about Lapeef. I know a lot of people want to know about Lapeef, like what made him fall out from Lapeef, how they met each other, and then we move forward.
That's cool.
Yeah, like Ken Dog said, make sure you like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also
hit that like button.
That like button. Shout out to Stephanie. Stephanie, we see you, Stephanie. And shout out to our Red Lipstick. She was in there as well.
Shout out to Red Lipstick and Stephanie and Sexy Red TV. Stephanie is your friend, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she can time in if you want to too. And she feel free to tell her she can time in too. I don't know you have her information. You tell her if you want to come up, she could come up too. If you want to ask Chicago a question because she was on the show last time. Okay. I knew that was her because I saw her name. I'm like, I know this person.
Yeah, that's her.
Just too sure. So like Ken Dog say, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Don't forget, and make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Everybody's welcome. Ken Dog is correct. Everybody's welcome here. You know, Jabbar was in the chat. He said Hundo or Dolphins. Detroit, baby. It's in the building.
That's right. So.
No, but anyhow, hey, but you know that's crazy though. Now they tell people, regular Americans, to shelter migrants. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's getting that bad. That's off the chain, yo. I can't believe that.
But I heard they live in that. I think Elon Musk said. I think he made a comment on Twitter. He was talking about how some of them are living in hotels like free.
Yeah, and motels. Hotels and motels. That's crazy.
But they not doing that for the homeless people. Get it? I just leave that alone. How you gonna take care of somebody else but not your own?
I know, right?
That's the point that I was making. I'm in the whip now. I'm not gonna switch devices, but y'all not gonna get a good shot of me because it's dark in here.
No. You don't have the camera up. We saw your beautiful face already. Shout
out to the dark skin brigade. Yeah. Put a couple points on the board for the dark skin niggas. Yeah.
but anyhow, Chicago.
Yes,
first of all, people really want to know. How do you? This is two-part question. How do you met Lapeef, and what made you guys fall out, or not fall out, but what made you leave Lapeef Network? Go right ahead.
I feel comfortable answering that. So, like most people, when Kevin Samuels did the Average at Best, that caught like hellfire across the internet. And so the more you was deep diving into Kevin Samuels and what his platform was and what he was speaking on, then other content start popping up in your feed. So when I followed the Lapeef content, I was like, oh, they from the crib. And then it was, one brother from Detroit. Oh, snap. Okay. And I'm on record. Like, I love Detroit. So I was like, oh, this home team. So again, I'm all black, everything, all support. I'm loyal to a fault and a ridiculous supporter. Right. So was first started happening. This is how I got on. I would tune in and be dumbing out in the comments. I would act a plumb fool in the comments, cussing Tawana out 7 ways to Sunday. And then when they had the call-in portion, E Black would always call in and be like the first to get through. And so there was a couple times I called in and got into it with Tawana. And then I found out about the Facebook group. So I went in the Facebook group and started acting a fool. And then JR reached out to me one time about coming on. Or maybe, he reached out to me about coming on one time. Came up, did my thing, and I felt like I had a bad performance. So I hit him back and said, hey, I need a do-over. Like, I need to run that back. And he brought me back. And I think maybe after the third time of bringing me back, he was like, hey, do you want to do this on a regular basis? And, we'll work out what that looks like for you. And that's how it went. JR is my guy. Like, salute to that brother. Proud of what he's
Shout
been
out to
able to
JR.
do. Proud of what he's built. And then if you know him, like, he's one of the biggest things that I learned from JR in this space. And let me tell everybody that keep dragging his name and talking about him, I was surprised to see him even respond to Yanni or Yanni, whatever her name is. That is not like him. And he would not have responded if he didn't have somebody in his ear telling him to do so, and they thought that was the right thing to do. And even then, they had his best interest at heart. So it wasn't nothing malicious or nefarious. But JR don't give no fucks about what people be saying about him, G. And that was one thing I had to learn is, like, you can't listen to what people say in this space. You can't read the chat and take that stuff serious. Like, you got to be singularly focused on your mission and your plan and what you got going on and what you doing.
But quick question.
That other stuff don't
But
matter.
quick question. The situation with Yanni, do you think that messed up his network, the Lapiva network?
Yes. Yep. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because even if you say you're not manosphere, y'all notice how I said that? Even when you say that, but you say you manosphere adjacent or whatever, however you try and distance yourself from that sector, you're still considered a part of that sector. So for all those views that was coming on the platform and all the views that was being espoused regarding women, that showing, it kind of almost, and I'm just being honest, Jared, my man, I love him, but it almost looked like you were like she made him acquiesce and bow down to her. And I think the ladies were like, they were taken aback, and I think some of the dudes were taken aback. So I don't want to speculate too far, but you can tell like that was one of the things that kind of, hurt the channel. Not even when the channel got taken down, because for everybody that was celebrating when the channel got taken down, the channel was back like in less than 48 hours.
Which is a
there
fact.
Was it was one channel that we was into this quote unquote beef with at the time. They did a whole stream and was celebrating, and before they could finish their stream, the channel was back up. So it's like, but I'm just saying to give JR his flowers and everything, man. That is one thing that I absolutely had to learn from bro, is to, man, be focused on what you saying on your platform and what you got going on, and don't be focused on what everybody else saying, because that chitter chatter gonna come and go. It really is.
Hey, I got a question.
Oh, wait, hold on, because I don't want to deprive Ron, because I know what he asked me. It was messy ass. I know what you asked me.
No.
So I'm messing with you, Ron. I'm messing with you, G. We good.
I know we good. Because I know you always here with the fuckery. But I'm just saying that.
No, because I don't speak on it much. And it's at this, like, a lot of time has passed, so I can speak on it comfortably, and I can use my words. Words
because I see you that you was one of the. I see that you was like one of the pioneers of Lapiva. Like Hakeem said, like people actually tune in because of you. Of course, that's Anton. Love. Of course, Logic. But you guys were like the pioneers.
Yeah, man. I got love for Logic. That is my brother. Like the Logic that y'all see, Logic is a real dude, man. Like I'm talking about in real life. That's a real brother, man. Like straight up, real solid dude. Real AT alien. Fat ass.
Well, he's a betrayer. He's in Germany now, so he betrayed us. He's right there in Germany. You give Germany all the black wealth over there.
And let me say this: when I say Logic a fat ass, Logic is nowhere near fat. He just got a fat face. And if you remember the episodes that Andrea came on, she was calling him a fat ass.
Yeah,
right? when we met up in Atlanta and she got to see him in person, it was like, oh, like he's nowhere near fat. Logic is like a skinny dude, man. He's a skinny dude, but he just got a fat face. So you'll see from time to time, like when we get up there, like you see, if you see me with Courtney or you see me and Kayla get up or whatever, when you see a bunch of us in the same space at the same time, you can see some of that chemistry come back together. So it was a moment in time, but let me just be clear on why.
Oh, did he froze or did I freeze?
No, I think he froze. He froze
because he's driving.
Yeah, probably. The signal and everything.
To Mount Greenwood. Hold on, did I come back in?
Yeah, you came back in.
Yeah,
yes.
you come back in.
You in?
Go ahead.
Hold on, because I'm driving through Mount Greenwood. Hold on, let me make this turn real quick.
Okay.
I was saying some goofy dustball was sitting on this panel talking about he thought I was taking a shot at him and I wasn't, and he was like, I'm glad Lapeef kicked you off. And I'm like, fam, number one, and this is when I say sometimes, dudes be sounding like they mother, right? Yeah. He was emotional, and I get it because in that space it would have been hard for me to tell too. Like everybody was coming at him. And I guess what I said and the way I said it, I get it, but I wasn't coming at dude. He was like, I'm glad Lapeef kicked you off. And I'm like, yo, fam, you bugging. If you think JR kicked me off, like, and I'm not saying that he couldn't or wouldn't, if I wasn't adding value to the space, I would have kicked myself off. But essentially here's what happened. I believe as men, we got to stand for something. Like we got to stand on principle for something. And I had behind the scenes, we had been having a number of conversations about conduct, professional conduct, how to behave and conduct ourselves, what image we were portraying to the audience at large, and just being mindful of those things, right? And so that's why when you look at the very last show that I was on, and people was like, JR came in and asked me about my opinion, and I kind of blew up. That was from frustration because we had been doing this shit for too long to continue to keep acting the same way. It's like every week it was the same old. But essentially, when my homeboy Darnell was up there and niggas was trying to clown him and act all, like it was just too messy, and I had got fed up to that point, and it was just like, you know what? Let me slide to the side and make sure that if anyone is eating off my name, it's gonna be me. And that's just what that was, fam.
Preach. Go ahead,
and I'm gonna be real with you, fam. When you left, fam, I stopped watching.
Oh, that's love, G.
I'm just keeping 100 because, and you see, I'm not gonna mention another dude name because I've never rocked with that dude, and that's no disrespect to dude. I just ideologies just don't mix.
Hey, I want to say this, really, man. You was like the soul on Lapeef, man. And when you left, man, just like the soul left. The soul left the body off of Lapeef.
Hey, man,
that's how we felt.
Us beta simp hosters got to stick together, brother. I'm here for the squares and the L. See, that's the part that people keep missing, man. Like, most of us are average.
You 100%.
So I'm just saying, like, man, listen, ain't no bodybuilding buff millionaire nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? My salary decent though. Don't get it twisted. I ain't missed a bonus since I've been with the company I'm with.
Chicago, we know that because I see your gear. You see your gear. I know that. Don't stop the cap. I know that.
You did. But I'm saying honestly, man, most of us are average. We get with average women, right? Like, because I know most of y'all niggas. Y'all all got baddies and 9s and 10s. None of y'all ain't never slept with no fat girl. None of y'all don't know what no ugly chick look like.
We big girls now. We not.
Hey, Chicago, really, I'm gonna be honest. I slept with a 300-pound woman.
Listen, we down south. We love the big girls now.
The thickums.
300 pounds. That was the worst. That was a lot. It was a lot of sloppiness. So trust me.
No.
My friend made me do it. You
ain't a lady if you ain't 180.
He told me to do it. He told me to have that experience.
Nigga, Ronnie, I don't believe you. But I'm saying, man,
I promise you, I did.
Niggas be coming in this space like they ain't never been late on a car payment. They ain't never had a bad day in their life. Everybody just submit under their leadership. The fuck out of here, man. Nobody submitting under your leadership. You ask half these niggas, so who do you submit to? Nobody. I'm the alpha. You goofball ass nigga. I can't follow no nigga. You don't submit to nobody's leadership. Like it starts and ends with you. Yeah, I can't trust you, nigga. Fuck out of here. So anyway, that's what happened, OG. And it's no bad blood, no nothing. Like I'm cool with everybody for the most part.
Yeah.
Right. But JR is my guy, man. That's my nigga. And I ain't one of them. That's my brother one day and saying something different the next. Like JR is my guy. Like we still talk. I still talk to Courtney. I still talk to Kay. Still talk to Kay.
I love Kay. I miss Kay.
That
Nigerian. I want to Chicago. Hakeem want to interview Kay. If you can get Kay.
I love Kay.
Man, Kay is really protective about her space and showing her where she shows her face. I could reach out to her. I could make the introduction happen for sure.
Yeah.
But Kay is Kay special. She over there with Themis and Thought. I don't know if she's still doing that, but I know she was over there.
No, Themis and Thought. She that, but she don't come on all the time. It's like once every blue moon.
Yeah,
but she's over there with Themis and Thought. Yeah.
But people don't like Kay. Ain't no man who you see Kay as. Like Kay is that. That's who she is in real life.
And I loved her for it. You know what I mean? Listen, I used to remember when she used to do the little freestyles on the rap on the Facebook group. You see?
Hey, man. hey, that's the one thing with me and Kay. We gonna chop over some music, man.
You see what I'm saying?
And I'm talking about like the most abstract, the stuff that you don't think she would know. She knows it like bar for bar. Yeah.
Like she was spitting Mobb Deep one day. I said, yeah. I rock with her.
Yeah,
her, man. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? She was really, really, you know, I loved her. And man, I want to mention this girl. I used to like this other girl, and but it just was bad how she left. I used to love Tawana too, man.
Yeah, Tawana was cool.
Man.
I love that girl.
Is she still around? Is she still around?
Yeah, Tawana is over there with E Black. She does
oh, okay, nice.
We strongly agree to disagree. But let me tell you, man, niggas got Tawana effed up, man.
Yeah.
Tawana really about that action. You know what I'm saying? Number one, she really is from the crib. And she's just a fool with it, man. She Gucci, man. All that stuff that people have said about her and all these rumors, people, man, I think she just gave him another baby. I hope they stop. But I think her youngest is like a couple months old, less than a year. I can't remember, but Tawana good, man. People got her effed up, man. She living her best life. Like,
shout out to her, man.
As she should.
Sherry Bryan going in on you. Sherry Bryan going in on you.
No, she they know I love Slim Jim too, baby.
Hakeem.
You know I love Slim Jim.
I know Hakeem in the chat, so like they went to school together, so they going in on Hakeem.
I thought you said Bomb Cherry for a minute, but you said Sherry Bryan. Okay.
Yeah. No, but not Bomb. Shout out to Bomb Cherry, but not Bomb. Not Bomb. So what one final question for me, because I know we have a main topic that John want to hit. Oh yeah, pause. I forgot. Pause on that. Your relationship with Kevin Samuel. How do you meet Kevin Samuel? Because you met Kevin Samuel through Lapeef, or you met him outside of Lapeef?
Yep. So I didn't have a relationship with him outside of the show. Like he came on the platform. I'm grateful though. Like one of the things that I wanted to tell him, and I'm glad I got a chance to tell him, is how impactful that Things Your Daddy Should Have Taught You video was, even for me as an adult man. Watching that video, being reminded of some things and being introduced to other things, like that was helpful. And I think that's required viewing. If you can get past the language in it for young men, I think that should be required viewing. But I met him on the platform. Obviously, Fam from Detroit had a relationship with him. And JR had a relationship, and Courtney definitely had a relationship with him as well. But I didn't know him, I didn't know him like that outside of the platform. But I am grateful that I did get a chance to interact with him. And then act like, if you look at some of the questions that I asked him, like those were questions that I really wanted to know, but I also thought it would be beneficial for some of the audience to hear too. But I am grateful that I got a chance to tell, bro, like, man, that Things Your Daddy should have, man, that video should be at like 1 billion views by now.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
I need
not.
to go back and rewatch that video.
Listen, All these women that got issues with or had issues with Kevin Samuels, say what you want. Put that video in front of your sons. Go back and watch that video. That's the basic fundamentals for a man. He gets into hygiene all the way down to how to properly wipe your tail.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? It's a very, very dope video. Very dope video.
Yeah, to me, that was one of the videos like chipped me on. It's like, oh, okay, this video, okay, I'm gonna pay my membership on this one because it was just very, very valid, and that kind of changed my life in a little bit in a way. But yeah man, that's good brother.
Shout out to him. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, because because a lot of people was wondering, how he was able to get on the P, but it was through JR.
Well, so here's the thing though. If you look at a lot of the larger content creators, this is what I learned in this space. And even if I had really thought about it, I would have known better, because they do the same thing in the music business. Think about Drake. What's the first thing Drake gonna do? Find out who hot regionally and jump on their record. That's the same thing these big content creators do. I did ask Tommy Sotomayor when I saw him in a particular space. I said, man, you over here a lot. I wasn't being disrespectful. I was just saying, like, you over here a lot. Like, are you over here because, you see this is what's popping and what's bubbling, and you trying to get new energy and this, that? He said, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. He was very upfront about it. I was like, okay, I got to respect that.
Yeah, because a lot of people say he's over there on Not So Risky channel. A lot of people are like, oh, Thomas Sotomayor, he's not relevant anymore.
Man, shout out to him.
Again. But shout out to him. Him doing his thing. Shout out to him.
But this the thing, though. People will always say that stuff, and then they'll tune into him, right? Like, because we don't understand how business works, how we don't understand that your network is your net worth. Let me say that again. Your network is your net worth. So he's you could say like he's fishing for content, because that's, even for me in my limited mindset, that's what I was thinking. Like, oh, you just fish for content. Even when Kevin Samuels would come over sometimes, I'm like, hey, you hear something on Thursday night and then hear it repeated on Kevin Samuels. So I'm like, wait, hold on, wait a minute, right? And then you understand, like, when you're doing business again, because it's mutual. Kevin Samuels knew what he was doing when he would show up on that platform. He knew what that meant. He knew what benefit JR stood to gain from hosting him and allowing him to speak uninterrupted and showing deference to him. For people that's like, what would they say? Something like, old boy from Detroit ain't go off on KS like that, or something like that. I don't know. Or, oh, y'all got quiet when he came over there. And you don't understand business. You don't understand business. So it makes good business sense to let the man talk. It actually makes good business sense to have him there speaking for as long as you can have him there speaking. Right?
Facts.
But
that is
but when you have a limited mindset and you only looking for your gotcha moment, your gotcha viral moment that don't pay dividends, then cuss him out and tell him how wrong he is on average at best. And ignore all the things that he was actually right on. So, did I agree with everything Kevin Samuels said? Absolutely not, man. When he introduced that domestic discipline, I was like, man, I wish I would put my hands on Bootang, and man, I already know how that's gonna end.
People don't understand. We're giving out free game. He's literally giving us free. He's literally giving out free game. Y'all pay attention to what he's saying, and that's what people don't understand, how a proper etiquette goes when it comes to the panel. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, we gotta learn. You got to learn how to build with each other, man. You got to learn like, it's just as much benefit for Tommy Sotomayor to be in the space. And because men by and large, or at least older men, I would say that, because when I talk to these young bloods, I'm like, dang, y'all don't even understand proper hierarchy. Like, that concerns me. If an elder, okay, I'm 50, right? But if one of my uncles who is considerably older than me, if one of my uncles come on this platform, fam, I'm finna show deference. Or let's say not even my uncle, because that's personal, right? If somebody older than me, Nidish is 53. Nidish could come on the platform. I'm a defer to him because he's like a bigger brother than me.
Yeah.
Right? That don't make me weak or I'm less than a man because I'm showing deference. No, that makes me respectable. And as many times as people was like, oh, really, you a good guy and this, that, third. Like, I'm supposed to not be a good guy. That's coded in my DNA because you don't like it? Because you think I'm being taken advantage of? Here's the thing. I could be on this show with y'all, stand 10 toes down and goes to sleep easy tonight because I'm a good guy and I never portray myself to be anything different. Other people got to wrestle with the mirror for themselves, for the person that they portray themselves to be, whether that's the villain or the victor.
Man, breathe. But like 30 minutes, we only got 30 minutes left for the show. Jordan, the main topic of the night is gonna be fun. This is the fun part, really. Hey, Natasha Vincent is in the building.
Oh, Natasha Vincent, shout out to her.
Vincent is in the building. The lovely Natasha Vincent.
Natasha Vincent.
All
right, people. All right, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun like we always do. It's a Friday night, so y'all better sit back, relax, enjoy the entertain, and put stuff on the chat. So the topic we have for today, we talked about this back in Monday, and we was like, let's talk about it again. And we got Rilla in here too, so we're gonna have some fun with it too. So back on Monday, we was talking about I don't know, it was Muhammad or Gore who posted like, why do women like to be lied to? Because in certain situations, like I said, some women that you probably know, they like to how can I say it? They like to be like gloat in a way, Just tell them what they want to hear. And if you tell them what they want to hear, you can get in the pants and everything. And for me, I'm a type of person, like I said, I'm a type of person, I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And a lot of men, they don't want to go in that approach and everything. So we're gonna talk about this tonight. Or why do women like to be lied to? We have a short clip we're gonna play. After that, we're gonna chop it up. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Be lying to women, and women lie to themselves even more. And I'll be frank, the good majority of y'all easy to lie to. Because the moment you decide you like it, I don't ever have to make sense again.
Keep talking, Trip.
Long as I know the rhythm to your two-step, we good in this. So like y'all be looking at that, why y'all keep lying? Why y'all keep falling for it? Oh, we just talked about this the other night. Y'all get up on platforms and shit like that. Men ain't these dumb, these this. How do it keep working, bruh?
Cause y'all liars.
How? Let me know.
All right, y'all. So that was a little clip that we have, and hey, we're gonna talk about it. We got Rilla in here, so we really about to get in, about to have fun. So I'm gonna start with you, Ronnie. Do you feel like women like to be lied to? Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, now you have a shout out to Mr. Let Go. Hey, Chicago River, that was Mr. Let Go conference when he be doing his thing tour. That was his thing. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Let Go. Yeah,
Mr. Let Go. Yeah, that was his thing. Yeah, but Chicago really gonna laugh at me, but yeah, women like to be lied to, of course. Women like to be told a fairy tale because I don't know. I think it's they don't want to hear the truth. Now there is some. I'm not gonna say all, but there is some women that do like to hear the truth, and they box get wet. But however, there's another group of style women that they don't want to hear the truth. Prime example: a woman don't like to be told that she's getting fat. A woman like to be told that she's sick. Women don't like to be told like, oh, you eating too much. They like to be told like, oh, baby, you need to line up a little bit. They don't want to hear the truth because they're emotional creatures, and I think their emotion it ties into a lot when it comes to their everyday life. So that's why I think when a man comes and tell a woman the truth, she automatically gets turned off, which is weird. Me, I try to be as honest as I can to women. I really don't care, even though sometimes I may receive a lot of backlash. But I see that when I be honest with women, I do get a lot of backlash. Then when I lie to them, I get a lot of love, a lot of rubbing, a lot of hugs, and a lot of kisses. But I'm not like I'm a realist. You guys, I'm a realist person. I'm gonna tell you the real. Like it's not in my nature to lie. I'm gonna tell you what it is. But some women that's just what they like. But I really do want to hear Chicago and Hakeem. Because these are like my OGs. I want to hear their thoughts on it. Jordan, I'm going to be honest, because I know Hakeem will go in, but I want to hear Chicago really on this, because he's married. Chicago's married. I want to know, his side too as well. But go ahead, Hakeem.
No, I want Chicago to go before me.
Hey, man, you saying I'm married like Hakeem, a slut monkey out here. Hakeem, you a slut monkey out here, man?
No. Listen. Listen. Chicago.
Listen,
I used to be, but
me too.
I'm looking for a wife.
Oh,
I'm
you
looking
looking?
to get.
Oh yeah, you still a slut monkey.
I'm ready to get married today. Today, if I find me a wife, we're getting married.
Oh, is Sherry Bryan? Is she married?
Yeah.
She's married. She's
Oh,
married.
okay. Shout out.
If
to
she
her.
wasn't,
she's
she
gorgeous, but she's
she
married.
would have already got married. And Natasha Vincent, I would have married all of them. If it was that type of lifestyle, I would have had all of my wives.
Yeah, I forgot you Muslim.
All of them be my wives.
Hey, I'll say this, man. Shout out to Trip Fontaine. That was tonight's conversation. Is that what that was?
That's what it was.
Man. Shout out to them brothers over there doing phenomenal work. Like you said, Let Go over there. My nigga Trill. I got a chance to see they joint live in Chicago when they came through. Met Ace Metaphor. I mean, just what he's been able to build. And this again, it's the power of brothers and black people building. Think about it. Trill got his own platform. Let Go. I think I checked his joint today. He got like 300,000 subscribers. Right? Trip, man, Trip is solid. Trip Fontaine, I don't think I seen him hit a foul ball or take a bad shot yet, right? And so, Ronnie, I wasn't laughing at you, man. I'm celebrating with you. I agree with you. Yeah, these women like to be lied to because they, in the words of Ricky, they liars, man. They liars. Hey, man. Why do dudes run game? Why are we taught, like when we shorties, why are we taught to run game in the first place? Right? Because you can't tell the truth to these young ladies, man. You can't. Like, okay, put it to you like this. If I'm out with Hakeem and you know what I'm saying, I got body odor, you know what I'm saying, I'm musty or something, brother gonna tell me like, hey fam, like, hey, what's up with you, man? Hey man, go put on some deodorant or something. You take a shower before you left the house, man. Gonna be, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be honest with me and truthful. You know what ladies want to do? They want to sing Mary J. Blige. So take me as I am. Right? I gotta take you as you is. Right? No, ladies want to be lied to. You fat, overweight, obese. You're one cupcake away from death. Right? From diabetes, right? But you want me to tell you that you're pleasantly plump. You know what I'm saying? You thickalicious. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. That's a terrible message. That's a terrible message. It's women out here in whole cosplay, bro. Whole cosplay. You know what I'm saying? The snuffle up against eyelashes. Men keep telling y'all, hey man, yeah, we'll play with that. I'm sorry, y'all told me I can cuss. I'm gonna cuss. We'll fuck on that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We won't wife that. We won't wife that. And y'all don't think fat meat greasy though. Y'all don't think fat meat greasy, fam. Ladies love to be lied to. Men are brutally honest. Brutally honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, I'm a pipe down, man. I just want the ladies to know, man, like, the whole concept of a dude running game lying to you is because you can't handle the truth. Dude can't come to you and say, I like you and her and her and her and get an adult woman response. Not that we scared that we ain't gonna get you. I mean, some dudes it's like that. It's not that. It's y'all wig out and flip out like, or a dude can't tell you, man, you ain't all that cute. You hey, real talk. Do y'all know? And I have, I'm a L7, man. I'm a square, I'm an ugly nigga, right? I ain't caught that many, 8s, 7s, or 8s in my life. But when I did, some of the baddest chicks that I got was because I ain't paying them no attention. I was just like, you really ain't all that cute. When I told them that, oh man, they would anyway. Who next, man? Hakeem, man, go ahead.
Who next? One question. Hold on, Hakeem, before we go. One question. I actually want to know how tall is Mr. Let Go? Is he really 6 foot?
Ashton, go start your show, man. Speaking on another man like that, man. Shout out to Let Go.
Ashton. He's over here. Really, how tall is Mr. Let Go? But go ahead, Hakeem.
No. Listen. I was the king of lying to women growing up. The king of it. Because my homeboy told me you got to fake it till you make it. So, like, and then you accompanying that with spending money, you'll get over on anybody. And I was about that. I'll tell you I love you and didn't really mean it. I'll buy your kids something to eat. Come over there and say, I'm gonna go in the bedroom now. You gonna meet me in there? It's one of those type of things when you see that, you know what I mean? Because I've always been, I say, if I tell her how I really felt, this is not gonna go well. It's not gonna go well, but it's at your own detriment too. But if you're trying to get over on them, you just say, baby, I love you. What do you mean? I just seen what something. Don't even worry about that, baby. That's just somebody I used to talk to. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And it's just, and it's gonna keep working. It's going to keep working. You know what I mean? But since I'm saved and I'm looking for a wife, one wife, I gotta be honest. You know what I'm saying? But at that time growing up, you know what I mean? It was a metric game. We was trying to count them numbers. How many things you can slay. And I wasn't scared to spend the money too. I don't care what niggas was talking about. Oh, you a paymaster, this and that. I didn't care about none of that. I say, baby, what we doing? I want to date you. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. You know what I mean? 90% of women do want you to lie to them. And once they find out you were the lie, they'll come back to you, check you on the lie, and still want to be with you. Tell me if I'm lying about that.
Uh-oh. Get out of there, Hakeem. Okay, hey, so Hakeem was the one over there drinking up the juice boxes and eating the Lunchables. Okay, now we got the
all the time.
We got the
all the time. All the time, and sitting there with my boxes. It was that type of lifestyle, but you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm not gonna lie about that, man. But
all right, I want to break the ice for you guys because y'all being too nice. Okay, so I am a truth teller. Okay, I like to tell the truth. I am a truth teller. But going to, do I do women like to be lied to? Do they like to be lied to? Yes. Me, I'm not with that. You know, if I feel like I gotta lie to women, that means if I have to lie to women, that means I can't mess with it. I am a truth teller. I needs to tell the truth. I'm not harsh with it though, but I will tell you the truth. This is why I've been married. This is why I've been with my wife for 13, 14 years, because she's the type of person that's like, hey, babe, tell me how it is. You know, give it to me. I don't go wrong with it, but I do tell the truth. And I've been rocking with her for the most, like, I've been rocking with her ever since and everything. Back in the day when I was in college and high schools, I was a truth teller. You know, some of the women didn't like it because I didn't lie. I don't care. So what? That means I don't gotta mess with you. That's just me. That's just personally for me. I'm easygoing. I am a truth teller. You know what I'm saying? And to me, if you can find the right woman you can tell the truth to, hey, put the ring on it. I'm just gonna tell you like that. Simple as that. If you can find the right one you can tell the truth to, maybe you gotta lie, maybe 10%, 50% of it, but 90% of the time, 85% fine, you can tell the truth to, hey man, you got the right one. Because she's gonna rock with you. Go ahead.
Look what Natasha had a question. Natasha said, can a relationship really last long if one or both people aren't being honest with each other about their desires and expectations?
Who's that question? All of us or just who?
I couldn't get on you quick enough. See, this is the thing, right? We keep taking the human element out of stuff, like humans ain't going human, and we expect perfection. Yeah, the relationship's gonna last as long as those two people want it to last. Whatever agreement they come to, because again, I don't look at marriage as a business. I don't even look at relationships as business. But I understand people that say that, right? I get that. I look at marriage as a covenant. It's an exchange of strengths for weaknesses. So in the ideal world, you should be upfront, honest, this, that, and the third. But do you really tell your mate every single thing, every single desire? Nah, you don't. Some things you keep to yourself. Some things, because you also got to know your partner. You know, just by partner, you know certain things to address and certain to address. Now, for me, my little boo thing, no, I'm a loyal man. I'm a faithful man. Do not cheat. None of that. I don't have no desire for nothing. But my ask of her is to be every woman that I need. Right. So if If I need a librarian, you know what I'm saying, I need you to be that. If I need an astute businesswoman, I need you to be that. If I need a slut monkey to satisfy my inner slut monkey, I need you to be that, right? But to have that expectation, which I think is unrealistic, that a person is going to be, you know what I'm saying, that's not sustainable.
No, I agree. But the thing is, because you know, Sherry Bryan in the chat, you're like, I want a man to be honest with me at all times. I think when women get older, they want to hear the honest truth. But when they in their early years, like in their 20s and 30s, they want to be lied to because, like Jordan Hunter said it too. He said, I think it's the ego part. They can't handle the truth, so that's why they want to be lied to. Because we tell them the truth, it doesn't go well. Like even if you tell, like I think even Charleston White said something too. He would tell women like, "Oh, the dress don't fit," and he realized the woman about to get ready to slap him. But it's like, okay, what do you do in that situation? Do you say, "Hey, baby, I think you should you need to get dressed your size"? Like you get what I'm saying? So it's like, as a man, how can a man be able to tell the woman the truth? Oh, Chicago Rilla and Hakeem and George, I can time in. But this is a question for you guys on the panel.
If you can't tell that woman the truth, you gotta leave her. Leave her alone. That's just me. You gotta leave her alone. I mean, if you can't tell her, like, if you like the dress might be a little bit too big and everything, or just stuff like that, you know, just to work at it and everything. If you can't say something like that, yo, she got a problem with it, yo, it's like, you know, I can't. If I can't tell you the truth, then I can't be with you. That's just me. Go ahead, fellas.
I agree with Ronnie though. J Money, I'm curious though. Have you been that way all your life? You've told the truth to ladies 100% your entire life?
I want to say,
got you. That's an honest question.
Not 100%. Some stuff I'm like, I might even not say that, but some stuff I'm not gonna say 100%. But if there's some stuff I might not say, I might slide it. But usually I always been like a truth teller, you know. I mean, I'm not harsh with her or anything like that, but I'll like. You know, I've always been a truth teller, like I said, with my moms, with cousins, with anything, my grandmother and everything. Just told me, just tell the truth, you know.
No,
you know the truth. Like I say, even though the truth might hurt, it might sting a little. It might sting a little bit, but you'll heal. You'll heal. You'll be better.
Yeah, but that's a Scorpio thing.
Yeah, I had a homeboy that was like that. I just know that y'all are rare, like to be able to do that at a young age. But he didn't really care about his mouth too much. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always curious of the mindset behind that. But I do agree with Ronnie, though. I think when women get older, they're more open to hearing the truth. I'm going to tell you, I am my wife's stylist right now. She runs every outfit by me. When we go out, how this look, babe? And let me tell you something. I used to work in retail. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm still in retail now, but just from a different angle. But I learned, because I sold men and women's, I had to learn how to dress women. Yeah, I tell my wife how to color coordinate, how to match her shoes. What I don't do all the makeup stuff, but the basics to putting the fit together, I know how to get a fit off, right? And so in that regard, I could be honest with her. But let's say when we were young, like 20 years ago, I don't know that she would have came to me for that type of advice, nor would she have cared about my opinion. Now, granted, we ain't know each other like that 20 years ago, but you understand what I'm saying. You know, most women, when they're younger, I don't think they want to hear the truth. Aside from fashion, anything else, they don't even want to hear from their homegirls. They want their homegirls to lie to them. Girl, yeah, you look good in that dress. No, you ain't putting on that many pounds. Yeah, he the one for you, girl. Right? Like, yeah, I agree with you on that, right? But when they get older, then they a lot more open. Is that true?
Yeah, they're open.
Here's
the thing. This is how I know that sometimes women like to be lied to. You know Sexy Red, right? You know Sexy Red, she's a hot new artist out right now. I think everybody knows Sexy Red. But right now, a lot of women in her comments say, "Oh, you so pretty, you so sexy." And in real life, you're like, "Come on, Sexy Red, you look like come on, the hood right down the street." Like, come
Ronnie,
on.
not all the comments, the other side of the comments, I hear a whole bunch of stuff about talking trash about Sexy Red. That's just me. I be seeing other stuff.
I don't see it. You gotta show it to me.
That's the girl from St. Louis with all the tattoos.
Yeah, exactly.
With
Yeah,
the
the one you
gonorrhea
saying was.
lipstick.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Well, let me take care of this. I'll take care of it.
And they say she's so sexy. They say, oh, she looking good. She looks amazing. I was like, are you kidding me? You got to be kidding me, right? No.
but these are the same ones that wasn't honest with Lizzo when she shot a shot at old boy. Who was that?
Oh,
Aquaman or I don't
yeah,
know.
that
Who
was
she shot
Captain
at?
America.
Captain
Yeah, Captain
America.
America.
Now
Yeah.
they wasn't honest with it, and they actually shamed him for turning her down. Ain't that something? Now they knew that man was out of that woman's caliber. They knew she didn't qualify for that man. You know what I'm saying? And then gonna shame him for turning her down. Lizzo is beautiful. Lizzo might be cute. She might be cute. Or let's say she's very pretty, right? But ain't no. Let me be quiet. Go ahead, Hakeem. Go ahead.
No, definitely. What I wanted to say was this. For me, I always was very careful and cognizant about what I say to people, because I know certain things could change the dynamics of the relationship or change the way a person feel about you. Even though you honest, some people are just not willing to handle it. So I always say, I know this is not a good thing. If I know I could tell you something and it's going to shift a different way, I'm going to just leave it alone. Because sometimes people will look at it like, okay, this nigga nitpicking every single time. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm very critical at times. If a person's doing something so many different times, I'll be like, fam, you doing that? And you know what I'm saying? And God bless the dead, one of my homeboys, he used to tell me, man, stop trying to be like my daddy. You know what I'm trying to say? I grew up different. So I always used to be like, yo, you know what I mean? Fam, we can't be doing this over here. Or doing that. And sometimes people can't handle that. So I had to be very cognizant about that. Yo, sometimes it's just best just to shut up and just don't say nothing. Or to be like, nah, that's cool. Go ahead. And I might just look back and just keep it moving.
And Sherry Bryan said it's not what you say, it's how you say it. That's not true because at the same time, women are very cutthroat too. Woman will tell a dude to go ahead and go take a shower. You
Yep.
stink.
Real easy.
Real easy. And the man
My
shut up
grand-
and go do it. Go ahead.
Oh, my grandmother, she was vicious with it. If you smell wrong, nigga, if you don't take your ass a shower and stuff, come on.
Exactly, Jordan.
that's
They
my
very
grandmother,
vicious
yo.
with it. But then they want guys to say it in a nice way, like, you know what, baby, you need to go ahead and take a shower. The Chicago, I don't know if you saw the part where Jay Prince was talking about how he met a girl, right, on Kendra G, and he was talking about how she had bad hygiene, but he was so afraid to tell her that he just let her rock. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what most men deal with.
No. Yeah,
But
save
most
her.
men deal with that though, Jordan.
No.
It's a fact.
You gotta say, ma'am, you don't smell too great right now. You don't smell too great. You don't smell too good.
No, I'd be scared to say that.
What's
I'm gonna still beat it in peace and just like,
man, I cannot do that, yo. No, you gotta, man. You gotta,
Nah, I ain't beating it.
You gotta go in there wash.
That was back in the day.
You gotta wash
Nah, I ain't doing it.
You gotta go wash it. Is it washed? You gotta go tell her. You gotta make sure it's washed real good. I don't play that now.
That's World War III.
Take her to the shower and tell her to go wash it. Hakeem.
That's World War III, bro. You might die.
Oh, you just go with her in the shower. I'll go with her in the shower.
Man, you better go in the shower. Put a atomic bomb in there. You need to take a shower. I'm sorry.
Oh, we lost.
You need to go wash up.
Hey, I said I already know Hakeem. Hakeem be trolling, man. Hakeem be trolling, man. What did DV say? She said black man wants to be lied to. No, we do not. Black men want to hear the truth because we can handle the truth.
Yeah.
but you see, the thing is,
you heard what Natasha Vincent said about her future husband?
Yeah.
She said, if my future husband ever needs to tell me to bathe, she said, it's a wrap. I failed.
Wow.
See, that's the mindset. I understand what Natasha's mindset is on that one. I'm telling you.
You see, but if she thinks that she's going to always have that in my mind, he's like, damn, when he just need to beat it in peace and suffer in peace.
No,
baby,
that ain't suffering no peace.
Baby, I love it.
Ma'am, you stink. Take a shower, please.
Baby, I love it.
Sorry. No.
Hakeem, you went too far. You had a Chicago Rilla dropped off.
No. I'm like, baby, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, though, man. And I'm talking about that was back in the days. You feel me? But I'm just saying, here's the thing. Being open and honest with your feelings with a woman is difficult. You always scared of what the response is going to be and how it's going to shift the dynamics of the relationship. Sometimes when you're so honest, she does not want to deal with you anymore. You know what I'm trying to say?
Really?
And yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I'd have been in that situation when I finally was honest about something. I finally was honest. I said, "Man, this is really troubling me."
That's the messed up part. You wasn't honest. You wasn't honest in the first place, wasn't you?
No, listen, I was not honest, but I spent it in a way like it just happened and it changed everything. And they kept bringing that up, and I was like, "Baby, this ain't gonna work." I said the one time I was honest is like the one time I was honest. I said, "Babe, this is gonna be an issue." What you mean it's gonna be an issue? And then it was overcompensating every single time after that. But I guess that's what that type of person is. Don't get me wrong. The last thing I want to do is hurt somebody's feelings. I know, you know what I'm trying to say? And I'm always...
Hakeem, their feelings going to recover. She's going to heal someday.
Not with no woman, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, they do their whole thing. They hold
a grudge, bro.
Yeah, for a very long time.
Years later.
When a woman find out you cheating, she will hold that grudge.
Bro.
Oh, that cheating. I agree with that.
Until like she 80. But the situation about certain things being lied to, I'll say it's good to go out there with the jump. Prime example, Jordan. Guys won't walk up to a woman straight and say, "Woman, I want an F," right? They won't do it.
No.
I'm saying they won't do it because the simple fact is they know that women don't want to hear that. So they'll tell the woman, "Man, you know, you're looking cute today. You're very pretty. I like your hair." But deep down inside, the man want to know, can he smash or not?
Yeah.
That's his truth. But he can't do it because of society. Women will be like, she'll look at him weird. Even though deep down inside she want to smash too.
Yeah. But
like always,
let
Chicago laughing because you know I'm saying you from the hood. And you from the hood, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, y'all niggas. No, I left out on the stinky coochie part, man. And then Hakeem said, I was driving down this back road. And then Hakeem said, "Yeah, I'll bust it down, though. I'll bust it down."
And I suffer through it. I love it, baby. I love it. Listen, I was with somebody. I had suffered through the pain. I love you, baby. I love you.
I'll tell you, no, I can't.
You a shooter. You definitely take one for the team.
I'll tell you this. I did that one time. Somebody stanky, STD. No more. No, after that, no more. I'm telling the truth. I'm sorry. After I got that ST, I'm just be real. After I got that, somebody was stanky.
That's the first clue, though. Yeah, that's the first clue that.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's the first thing that'll let you know. But again, these are things that we go through when we're young. I think as we get older, and I tend to agree with you, J Money. Like my message to the young bloods is, honestly, you should be, just as a man, you should be telling the truth, right? Because your word got to mean something.
Yeah.
And then, we talk about value and respect more than anything. The woman may not like you when you tell the truth, but she definitely gonna respect.
Facts.
I don't know no woman that don't, she ain't gonna like you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might not even get the cooch, and that's okay, because she gonna respect you. And again, if we say we the men, we the leaders, and I value that respect more than anything else, fam. I go to war over that respect. Don't put no smut on my name. Don't put no dirt on my jacket, fam. Your name is all you got. So that's why, with my sons, just like, it's easier. Yeah, it's just easier, to just tell the truth. And then that way you don't have to rehearse your lie, right? You ain't got to keep up with the lie that you told.
That is true.
Yeah.
And I heard that.
No, Hakeem, don't be running around talking about some that is true. When you run up in these dirty coochies, running up in them, talking about, baby, you gonna get this word, baby.
Swerving it up.
Swerving on your nose. Yeah, you gonna put that clothespin on your nose. Yeah, baby.
Listen, I was scared to hurt her, and I would eat it when it was stank.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm being transparent. I ain't gonna lie.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a good show. We like to take
Listen, I'll be a jackass if I was lying to y'all. No, bro. It was like, I was scared to say something. I needed to make sure that she knew it was love there.
I came to time in the show.
Natasha was like, "Oh no."
Listen,
suffer through that pain.
listen, I
man.
suffered then. I would drip in hot water the whole time. After I was done, I just
I
sit there in the
can't
shower.
mute
Don't
his
suffer through
mic.
no salty
I thought
cookie.
I can't mute
You
his
can't
mic.
mute his mic.
I can't mute his mic. But Chicago,
Trying to help him.
and Chicago really let the people know how can they find you, where they can subscribe to you. We already got your channel pinned on top of the chat, so people can go subscribe to your channel. I will be over there, of course, but let the people know where they can find you, especially on Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Go ahead.
Man, listen, thank you for the opportunity, man. I want the people in the audience to make sure they like, share, subscribe, send the super chats, send the cash apps, man. I am a nothing and a nobody. I'm a beta simp host up, man. Don't follow me, don't look for me. I ain't got nothing to say to you, right? Just make sure you send all the super chats and cash apps over here. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? We as brothers, as good black men, we gotta support each other, man. So I'm not promoting me, I'm saluting y'all, famo.
Appreciate it, man. But at the end of the day, we still promote you anyway. So guys, go ahead.
A legend
Add
in
the
the
Chicago
building.
Gorilla channel. Support the platform. This was a really good stream. Chicago, man, good job, man. You know we had Thanos over here too. We interviewed Thanos. Really dope stream.
Oh shit, the arm.
Yeah, we had
Damn.
Yeah,
Yep.
you go. Yeah, all the bandits. Because I realized even though we in that space, there's some good people there that have great information, great insight, like yourself, Thanos. There's so many people that I've seen that have great value, and I'm like, you know what? Let's interview them because I think everybody has a story to tell. And I ain't gonna lie, Chicago, really, you killed it today, man. You gave a lot of good gems, a lot of good information that I'm gonna take, especially when it comes to the stock market and also helping my community. Man, great to have you, bro. I really do greatly appreciate you, man. Thank you for your time and your patience.
Man, I appreciate the consideration and the invite, man. Anytime y'all need me back over here, I'll be in the comments acting a fool with Sugar Bum anyway. I'll be in the comments with I'll be in the chat with Sugar Bum and Ashton, man.
And people on Facebook say thank you to everybody. Say thanks, Chicago. Yeah. People said we'll go back and rewatch the first hour. Chicago gave some great information, some great insight that I do not want to miss. So you guys are pretty much, some people are coming in now because the show's about to get ready to end. Go back and watch the first hour of the show. Amazing. And it, really, really good. And I love the fact you go down Lapid, so it gave a lot of people pretty much clarity of that. So people can actually go back and rewatch it and do their reaction to it. They can go ahead and do it. Of course, you guys have our permission because a lot of people want to know what happened with Chicago Gorilla and Lapid, but you cleared that up, so it's kind of cool that y'all guys are still having.
I think this is the only place I talked about that, Ron. I think this is the only where I've told that part of the story. This is the only place where I've said that. But they ain't gonna react to that. They gonna react to Hakeem eating dirty food. That's what they gonna react to.
I was a student of the culture. I was a student of the culture.
One time for the culture.
I was a student of the culture at that time, man.
Black love, that was disgusting.
Black love for real.
That was the most disgusting thing you ever said on this panel.
I want to be honest. I want to be the vessel that flows through people to know that don't do what I did growing up.
Now we're gonna go viral for the wrong reason.
No, I didn't mean to hurt you, baby.
Hey, Hakeem did that so you wouldn't have to go through that.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I didn't have to, man. I had to learn growing up. I say, boy, this was wrong. Now I'm going to be a better husband because I was like, nah, baby, I can't do this today.
So Hakeem can't get mad. They do a reaction video to this. So you can't get mad now because you gave out that information.
Hey,
shout out to the jelly donut. Wow.
I couldn't mute his mic. I tried to. I couldn't mute him. So.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, guys, on your way out, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to the lovely Sherry Bryant, Natasha Vincent. Shout out to Joe Don't Hurt Him. Shout out to Gore, because Gore actually go back and rewatch the video. Shout out to him.
Gore.
Shout out to the lovely Bobby Bryant, which is also Sherry Bryant auntie, right? Auntie. So it's cool. Like everybody rocks together. Shout out to Sugar Bum DB. Shout out to Y High. Y High, you're Chicago. I don't know, Willa, you a Chicago Bears fan or you a Cowboys fan? They played this Sunday.
I'm definitely not a Cowboys fan.
That was about to.
But I like messing with Y High because he's a heavy Chicago, not Chicago, but Cowboys fans. I always mess with him. Shout out to Ashton. Ashton's getting ready to go live. So guys, you have nothing else to do, go over there and check out Ashton live. He's going live shortly. Shout out to
Say
him
hi to
as well.
Sky.
Yeah, shout out to Sky. Sky's in the building. Shout out to him. Shout out to Gorilla Black who wants to go and watch the show. Shout out to Stephanie. Stephanie was here. Stephanie Watkins, she was here. She's also another one, Chicago. She also into flowback too as well, and she's a woman. So she's very strong on flowback. Like she's on that. Oh, that's Jordan's friend. So shout out to her. She was actually on the panel as well. We interviewed her. She came in here. She's really, really dope. I'll probably see the video, go back and watch it. I want her to come on so you and her can have that build together, but she left. So, but
Indeed,
that would have been cool. But shout out to her. Shout out to Ken Dawn. Shout out to Jabari. Shout out to 7 Day Muhammad. Muhammad was here. Shout out to Mr. Muhammad.
Yep.
Shout out to those that's watching us on Kick, Facebook, Instagram.
Yep.
Man, and also pretty soon we'll be going live on Twitter soon. So be on the lookout. Shout out to Liberated Soul too. He was on, and also Hank in the Basement.
Hank in the Basement.
Sexy Red TV. It was a lot of you guys. Sorry if I didn't get you guys. I really apologize. There's too much for us to go back. But make sure you go to KL Culture Radio Community tab. In the Community tab, there's a KL Culture Radio t-shirt with me and Jordan have on. Rock the house, rock the family. The KL Culture Radio coffee mug. And also Prince Hakeem book, Black Love. Hey, yeah, I want to tell you too, Chicago Gorilla. Hakeem, he's an author. He writes books.
Yes, he's an author.
He writes
I see somebody just put it in the chat, man. I'm going to go cop right now.
Yeah, so he writes books. Shout out to him. Hakeem doing the thing, and not only that, but he's dropping another book out this year.
Yeah.
So he doing God's work.
I got another book. We're working with another guy out of New York. We just finishing a book on how to love the black woman, and we just gotta get it to the people that edit it and stuff like that.
Man, like always, guys, we love you guys. Thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio, and this is what we do on KL Culture Radio. We interview great people, and we just have a good. We just have a good ass time.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I say. Thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio, guys. We over and out.
Peace.